businesses in Arlandria, and he has been tirelessly recruiting new members to the organization. Nelson is also the president of C-Tax Services here in Chirilagua, and that provides tax services for individuals and small businesses in our area. Since February of 2007, Nelson has also been the president of CESE, which is a non-profit organization whose mission is to assist communities in El Salvador to improve their conditions. Here to open our program is our president, Nelson Saavedra.
Thank you, Sharon. Good evening, everyone. First, I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. This is a very important night for all of us now that we finally have started the business association that we have been working for about a year and a half now. As Sharon mentioned, my name is Juan Nelson Zavaleta, and I'm the president of the Arlandia-Chirilagua Business Association. And as a president, I would like to thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for taking time and join us on this event. Thank you. I want to thank Danielle Miller with Casa Chirilagua and all the artists, young fellas, that they have all these arts on the wall. See all the arts that you see on the wall. They have been presented by Casa Chirilagua. Thank you very much, Danielle, and all the young fellas. Please, thank you. This is such a great exhibition art. Very nice. I want to thank Steve Addix from School of Rock and his students, and for all the participation that they and this great music that we have heard until now. They have done such a good job. I feel like I was dancing with Sarah back here while you guys were watching them. Thank you, Mr. Addix. Also, we have Elsa Ribeiro. I don't know if she's around here. Elsa, thank you very much, Elsa, for being here tonight. She's going to be playing with her band after the program. I have known Elsa for a little while now. Maybe she's my old friend. When I say old, don't get me wrong, please. She's not that old, but I know Elsa for about, I don't know, maybe 17 years. Since she started working with tenants and workers next to my office. I know Elsa for a very long time. She's a very nice woman, very good friend. I want to thank you, Elsa. You're the best. I expected the best from you, okay? So don't let me down. Thank you, Elsa. I want to thank our greatest sponsors here tonight. Especially the Mount Vernon Village Center. I want to thank Mr. Kevin Duff from Fashion K-City and Mr. Guillermo Mejia from El Paisa Grocery. I don't know if he's around. Thank you for all your sponsorship tonight. And of course, our pioneer, Pat Miller. Don't you hide from me, Pat? Where are you? Okay, she's hiding from me. I know she always hides from me. But Pat, she works with the Ray Business Association. She has been with the Ray for so many years, and she has been one of our mentors with the Arlandia-Chirilagua Business Association. She has done a lot for us. I want to thank Pat Miller, which is not personally at this moment, but I know she's here somewhere. I want to thank also Mr. Craig Keith from Craig Keith Design. He's the one that designed our logo. As you see on the right, or on my right, The logo has been designed by Mr. Craig. He actually did a very good job. I remember we meet with him one day at the EADP. They were moving actually at the new building on Washington Street. We met with him one morning, and he asked Sarah and Rebecca, hey, when do you want the logo to be ready for? And I remember we say from yesterday because we really need it. It was a very good job, you know. Here's Mr. Craig here on my left. Thank you very much. I remember that we sat with him for about 20 to 25 minutes, giving all the ideas that we want in our logo. And I remember he was just taking notes. We say, Mr. Craig, we want these colors, that color, we want this image, we want this, that, and that. And he's a very professional art designer. He really put all his heart in our logo. 3 days later, he presented us with about 20 different type of logos for us to pick from. And that was amazing. That was a very good job. And at that time, we have a hard time to pick the ones because they all would look great. We had a hard time. Maybe we took longer for us to decide which logo do we want than the time it took him to design all these about 20 logos. Therefore, I want to thank Mr. Craig on my left. Also, I want to thank Mr. Ken Bowen. I don't know if he is present at this moment. And he is from the Affordable Signs. He's actually donated our banner, the one that we have here today. And I believe he did a very good job. Thank you for that. Our attorney also, Mr. Lonnie Rich. I don't know if he's here at the moment. Mr. Lonnie is the attorney that helped us to officially incorporate the Arlandia-Chirilagua Business Association. And also, of course, to all the city of Alexandria staff for their ongoing support. Thank you all. Finally, I want to recognize Sharon Eddy on my left, our speaker tonight. She's from State Farm Insurance, and Beatriz Rios, the woman on the behind the food. I told her to send me some food for me tonight. Beatriz and Sharon has been working with our committee for about, I would say, 4 to 5 weeks, putting together all the ideas and hours of work to make this more enjoyable for us tonight. Thank you both. Thank you very much for such a great job. Thank you. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the Arlandia Chirilagua Business Association. When we started about a year ago, I remember that Sarah Pearson and Rebecca Blanco, they work for the Alexandria Economic Development Partnership. They were actually hunting for all the business owners along Mount Vernon Avenue. They did such a great job that they finally convinced me to become a part of this business association. They actually came to my office a few times, and every time they come, I turn around and haven't talked to my secretary or my employees. I didn't really pay a lot of attention back then. I didn't know all the good things that we could have after we built the business association. They did a good job. I remember they were walking along the avenue almost every other day under the rain, snow, 120 degree, well not 120, but 100 degree, and they were working hard. And I would really congratulate Sarah and Rebecca tonight for such a good job. Based on the encouraging response from the City Council and the recommendation on the year 2003, the Arlandia Action Plan (EADP) went on and began formatting the business association in Arlandia this past summer. We have been how do I say, not operating, but we have been, help me with this. I'm sorry, it was on my head, okay. Working as the Arlandia Business Association for about, I would say 45 months, right? 45 months. And we were also committed to work with other communities, organizations through the city, and especially we're neighbors along the avenue with the rate and just east of us of the Potomac area, which is called Potomac Yard. We hope to collaborate in all the projects that we can and any other events with any other organization while we are also promoting our Arlandia prosperity to beautifying the community and embracing with diversity and vibrancy of this area. We urge you to come to join tonight and to take home some materials with you. Feel free to join if you want to join tonight. We have a packet on the registration table that you can fill up. I promise you, it's not going to take you more than two minutes. Of course, you got to write a check for $100 tonight. We have a great group in place so far, and we are always seeking for more support so we can grow as a business association and in turn help the Arlandia to grow. I would like to thank our mayor. I don't believe he's here at the moment. Okay, our mayor Eliu, and it's my pleasure to me to present our mayor, and thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support. And I want to say, if you have any more time, I see that Sharon is kind of pushing me, but again, I want to thank you all for being here tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the evening. We have great food, beverages on the back, and of course, we have live entertainment. Thank you all for being here tonight.
Thank you, Nelson. It takes many people to put together a program, and we are grateful for the support of Danielle Miller. Danielle is the Executive Director of Casa Chirilagua, and her organization is responsible for the wonderful art decorating our room today. Started in 2007, Casa Chirilagua is a faith-based nonprofit helping the Chirilagua neighborhood through their Kids Club, Women's Ministry, and the Chirilagua Connections program. To tell us a little bit more about the artists and their work, please welcome Danielle Miller.
Thank you. It is an honor and a privilege to be here tonight to be a part of this celebration that the Business Association is putting on. And first, I would like to recognize our artists. As you look around the room, you see all of this wonderful artwork in the room. This is part of an exhibition that is called The Art of Restoration, because we believe that there's a process that's happening in our neighborhood right now, a process of restoration. And that is a process of restoration of individuals and families and as the community as a whole. Right now, our community has some really great momentum that is starting to happen. And as we unify together, we're going to see this neighborhood be restored and become what we want to see it to be as a neighborhood. There's that old saying, you say potato, I say potato, you say Arlandia, I say Chirilagua, but we're all part of the same neighborhood. And I think it's exciting to see neighbors coming together to start a farmer's market, businesses coming together to start a business association, not-for-profit organizations working together to make sure that our families are getting assistance that they need in this neighborhood. One of the things that drew me to this neighborhood is the diversity, the socioeconomic diversity, the ethnic diversity, and now we're starting to see the neighborhood come together. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree, but we're beginning to see all of those times as opportunities. And so I say, what excitement it is to be here tonight celebrating together as a community, or as we would say, que emoción en Casa Chirilagua. But I just wanted to say thank you very much for the opportunity to be here, because I believe that this meeting and the momentum that's happening in this neighborhood really is the art of restoration, which is what these kids have been trying to communicate in their many different pieces of artwork. Also, this art exhibition was not just the work of Casa Chirilagua and Kids Club and our artists. It includes many artists from the community. Pat Miller worked to get many artists over the summer to dedicate their time to teach our students about new ways of art, and you can see those things displayed. And I particularly want to draw your attention to two pieces of the exhibition. Over here we have a mobile hanging from the ceiling, and each student chose one piece of art, and each stick and beads represents that kid's contribution to this unifying piece of art. Over here we also have some butterflies, because butterflies to us seem to show restoration. So those are all pieces of trash that kids collected throughout the neighborhood and turned them into a piece of art. And then also we have the Meet the Artist piece that looks a little Andy Warhol-esque, and those photos represent the 50 children that were a part of this art exhibition. So thank you very much for having us here, for giving us an opportunity to share what we're learning about our neighborhood, to share what we're learning through artwork in the art of restoration, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Danielle. Also contributing to today's event is Steve Addicks and the School of Rock. Steve is the owner of the Del Rey Performing Arts Center, which is not only home to the fabulous School of Rock, which opened our evening tonight, but it also offers a wide variety of music, direction, and dramatic arts education. Steve is also the co-founder of the Del Rey Music Festival, which celebrated its 5th anniversary this past June. Steve is going to share with us a little about the wonderful musicians here with us tonight and the programs available at the Del Rey Performing Arts Center. Steve.
Hello, everyone. I just think this is a wonderful moment right now, and what we're observing happening down here in Arlandia and Chirilagua. I've been teaching in this area since the late 80s, and actually down in the corner of Mount Vernon and Monroe, where Mancini's is now. I remember back in the day when, before the Del Rey Citizens Association or the Del Rey Business Association, when Del Rey was a questionable part of town. There were sections of it where you wouldn't feel secure traveling at night. Over the years, I've seen this incredible transformation with the arts and just the neighborhood exploding with all this creative juices flowing. I see this now tonight as this wonderful turning point down here in this neighborhood, with just this neighborhood coming to life and all these new arts and programs and all this wonderful stuff happening here. Thank you so much for all the businesses that have come out and stepped out to step up for this type of event, and for the association and joining up with it. It's just wonderful. Now, Our school, of course, we're over in Del Rey, but we are trying to reach out to this community too. We've left some literature about our dramatic arts programs, which we're having. We have classes for kids from preschool all the way up to through high school with dramatic arts. We have music education from small children to from 9 to 90. So we have all these opportunities to interact with the community. We're currently trying to reach out to a lot of the lower income and families to try to offer scholarships. For instance, in our School of Rock program, we have one scholarship which just has come available with a band which currently has 5 members, and we can add a scholarship kid in for a 6th. Unfortunately, the finances are so tight, we have to have a band which consists of 5 children before we can offer a scholarship. So we're reaching out searching for third-party nonprofits that would like to sponsor kids for scholarships and bring them into some of our programs. So we're just looking for some way to help let our teachers be able to step up and bring the kids in. But anybody who's interested in a scholarship for one of your children, please contact the school. And again, we've left literature up on the table, and we'll try to accommodate and step out and try to bring in as many kids as we can. And then please come down and check out the school. The band's playing tonight. 2 of the bands that play tonight have only been together for less than 2 months. So they are new bands in the program, and it's amazing what some of these kids are capable of. I grew up as a foster child, and arts really changed my life and my direction as I was growing up. I had auditioned for a performing arts high school, which I was accepted to, and that really changed my direction in life. The high school in my neighborhood was a lower income high school, and it was kind of a rough school. But arts really changed my life, and of course, after college, I came up here and started this business. Well, there's a lot of years in there where I was doing other things, but started the business 12 years ago, and I've seen a lot change. And arts make a dramatic difference in children's lives and how they become wired in life. With that said, I'm going to go back to knocking down all of our equipment, and I'd like to, I think, hand the mic back over. But thank you so much, everybody. This is just a wonderful, wonderful event, and a big turning point for Chirilagua and our